Well, hello there. So, some of my subscribers will be thinking to themselves that, wait a minute, this is an X-Wing. And it's not. This is Wing Commander, a space combat flight sim made in 1990 by Chris Roberts. It is a game that I know absolutely nothing about. The only reason that I've heard of this game is that it's talked about when people talk about X-Wing and Star Citizen. This game and the game series, because there's multiple of them, always comes up in conversations. And to this day, I still have no idea what this game is about. I've seen clips on YouTube of people playing it, but there's very rarely any commentary behind it, and I never really like space shooters, but supposedly this isn't a straightforward space shooter. It's got in the name, flight sim, so it's got to have some depth to it, I suppose. So I figured, you know what, why not? It's a 35-year-old game. It's dirt cheap on good old games. I figure, okay, let's try it. Let's see what it is. So this is going to be a blind playthrough of a 35-year-old game on YouTube. Okay, so main menu for the game. We'll just start a new campaign. Right, so what I've done is I've skimmed through the manual and I've also read through the reference guide. And what I've gathered is that in the manual, like 90% of the manual is just like lore and fluff behind it. The real stuff is in the reference guide, which is like 2-3 pages, where they give you all of the information regarding the controls. So this game so far, what I've done is that I have actually played a couple of rounds on this simulator here just to make sure my joystick is working and all the controls are running all right. But so there's no in-game menu, no option setting, and there's no real tutorial like how modern games would have, where they have a mission where you go through all the steps and they point out all the buttons for you. As far as I know, there's no real way to remap the keybinds either. I don't think that was a thing for this game. So yeah, the control scheme is quite interesting because it's quite unique. I never quite seen a control scheme like the one that's in this game. Basically, your joystick can serve as a second controller if you press and hold the second button on the joystick, and it becomes your throttle and your your roll axis, which is cool, but I've never quite found it in some of the testing runs that I played on the train sim here. I haven't found it to be very intuitive, and it kind of gets in the way, especially if you're trying to do dogfighting in it. But that's just that. So yeah, I've read the manual, I've read the reference guide, and that's about it. That's all I know. So we will just start off with the campaign, I suppose. One thing that has been made clear to me is that you want to talk to all the characters that you see, and from what I understand, I think they give you information regarding like how to get past certain things in the game. They give you the hints, so we'll do that. We'll talk to people. So we got the bartender here, shot glass. Okay, so the ship that we're on is called the Tiger Claw, and it's supposed to be like a carrier kind of thing, I think. Okay, so this guy was a former pilot, and okay, so he straight up here just says that he's the guy you can ask for help and whatnot. So he was a former pilot, and now he just tends the bar. Okay, so there's two other pilots here. We talked to them. A guy called Paladin. All of these characters had profiles in the manual, but I didn't bother actually like reading it properly. Oh, I need to press to advance the script. Okay, no idea where Accord is. Okay, the Kilrathi, those are supposed to be the bad guys. I think they're like big giant space cats or something. Yeah. Is the other pilot. Okay, so certain enemy type turns to the left. Okay, I'm not sure if Southie is a type of fighter or a species of alien or both. I'm assuming that there's like different alien species, part of the different factions. We'll find out. Okay, so more hints here. Kilrathi is the other fighter. Okay. Alright, so that is a fighter class. Okay, you need 1.5 missiles to knock it out. From what I've seen is that we're only given like 2 or 3 missiles. Well, at least in the training sim, that's what they give you. 7 direct laser hits. Okay. That's actually quite useful information. Alright, so there's that. This part's interesting. This is actually the save screen. So these bunk beds, these are the save profiles, and you have 8 of them. We have medals that we can look here, so quite similar to X-Wing in that case. This is the exit button here, because there's no like menu option as I said before. But yeah, okay, let's just go play the first mission then. Mission briefing in your system, 0600 hours. Okay, we have dropped from jump space 7 hours ago. Okay, we're next on patrol. Okay, so we're gonna be the wing leaders while the vets are gonna be our wingmen. Oh, of course, we have the lead. Another name character. Yep, sounds alright. Okay, asteroids near points 2 and 3, okay. Without having like a real reference, it doesn't like really give you that much information other than you just need to go from point 1 to 2 to 3. Okay, so if we encounter anything, we are okay to engage. Yeah, fair enough, fair enough. I quite like this. They give you like a whole mission briefing kind of thing. It's got a lot of like Battlestar Galactica kind of vibes. Oh wow, okay, that's it. Okay, so I've got the reference manual on my phone, just in case. So if we press this, okay. So this is the map. Okay, there's the cursor, alright. So there's our carrier, that's us. We need to head over here. If I'm correct, there's a button that we can press to automatically get us there. I think if I just engage the autopilot, wait, hang on, if I... Nope, that's not it, okay. Okay, yeah, okay, so we just press the A key for engage autopilot. That should get us to there. Okay, so our wingman says... Oh, I think there's bandits. Okay, I did not actually read... Yep, we're in combat. Okay. So I'm gonna use both the keyboard and the joystick. Because like I said, I'm not quite happy with how the main controls are. Okay, we are being hit from the left. Oh, I think I'm supposed to give commands to... Okay, good thing we can pause the game. I think we can give commands to our wingman here. Let me figure that one out. Okay, C keys to... Okay, press 1. Alright. Okay, we've successfully given a command to our wingman to engage the enemy. So it's a 2 on 2, I think? Or is there 3 of them? Okay, we got 1. Splash 1. Alright. Yep, as the other guy shooting at us. Okay, we're taking hits. Okay, we got a couple hits into this guy. So, the thing I've noticed is that the projectile velocity is pretty slow, quite similar to how it is in X-Wing. Okay, we got both of them. So wingman still alive? Yep, it is. Okay. Okay, so that's nav point 1. And we're not quite there just yet. Or have we moved away since we've been in the dogfight? I'm not entirely sure. Okay, we got 2 kills. Hang on, what's this cursor thing? Oh, I think that's the where we need to fly to. Yeah, okay, so we're closing the range on our MFD's display on the right here. Yeah, okay. Alright. So, objective reached. Okay, cool. Okay, if I'm correct, if I press D... Yeah, okay, so that brings up the damage report on the left MFD. How do I bring back the other one? Okay, yeah, W for weapons. Okay, cool. Right. Okay, so... Oh yeah, so it does move us in real time on the map here. Oh, that's cool. Okay, so this is the asteroid field here. Nav point 2 is right in the asteroid field. Okay, I clicked on it and it's updated my right display to point to the next one. Okay, for a game made in 1990, there is quite a lot to it. Okay, interesting. So we press A again. Now what happens, because the asteroid field... Yeah, okay, there's the asteroid field. We'll go off to the left here, try not to collide with anything. Maybe it would have been wiser to have taken the longer way around. I'm not entirely sure how much damage these things do. If it's anything like X-Wing, if we so much as just graze one of these things, we might just blow up. Okay, so we've done. We've reached the objective. Okay, nav point 3 locked in. Oh, I wasn't paying attention. Forward shields are down, recharging. Our computer system has been hit. Ejector system has been destroyed. That's not good. That is, no, that's not good. 2 units damaged. Okay, alright. We'll pilot there again. Okay, new contacts. Oh, we've lost one of our guns. Okay. Okay. Trying to get a lock with the missile here. Okay, missile away. No joy. Oh, we got a guy behind us making hits. That's not good, that's not good. Okay, another one, missile away. Nope, that did not fire. Oh, I think I might be out of missiles. Okay, there we go, splash 1. Alright, alright. Okay, there we go. That missile got away. Come on. You can just barely see. Yes, we got. Okay, so that one worked. We actually got one of our missiles to track and destroy the target. That's 4 kills for us. Fair enough. Okay. Okay, so we haven't quite gotten to the nav point yet. We got engaged along the way. So we'll continue on to that. Oh yeah, you can actually see on our spacecraft there, we've got damage that's visible on the outside. Objective reached. Okay, so just need to get back to the carrier. We'll do that. We cannot do that. I think because I'm too close to the asteroid field, I can't use the autopilot. Let's try and not run into it. Okay, I don't know what happened there. We seem to have lost... Okay. What? We seem to have for a moment there lost the navigation system. Not too sure what happened. Okay, we're far away from the asteroid field. We can activate the autopilot. Oh, that's cool. So that's the carrier. How do we land? That was not the way to land. I think I just damaged a spacecraft. Okay, hold on. Let's. Okay, we're stationary. Oh, yeah, we're right next to it. Okay, let's put some distance between us and that. Okay, I think we have to land on the flight deck here. Nope, that did not work. Okay, hang on, let me bring up the manual. Okay, so here's the thing we need to do. We need to ask for clearance to land. Okay, okay, we can give our wingman command that. Okay. Hang on, how do I select the carrier? That's the question. Okay, that's the carrier there. Okay, I think I did it. Tiger Claw. Request landing. Ouch! Wow, okay. Alright, we didn't die. We are shot to health. You can see the battle damage on it. I'm not sure if that's something that happens if you take the damage, or that's just part of the cutscene. Debriefing, alright. Yes, we barely survived. Ah, yes, thank you, thank you. Okay, I'm not kind of sure. Is he our squadron leader, or he's like captain of the carrier? Oh, I wasn't paying too much attention. Wait, we got 5 kills? Did we get 5? Wait a minute. Okay, so the game recognizes how well the players perform, and it will change the text in the script to it. Did we get 5? Oh, we must have got 5. So we are an ace. Wow, that was fast. Okay, cool, cool. That's interesting. Okay, so we got 2 new pilots in the bar here. Okay, let's go talk to the bartender first. Yep, we did. So this is the interesting part here is that the game was made in 1990. I don't know if it was considered progressive to have women starfighter pilots or just fighter pilots in general. I can't recall when, because it's an American game, right? Chris Roberts made it, so it must be a Western developer of some kind. I don't know when the US military started putting women into frontline fighter roles. I'd assume it was like towards the end of the Reagan era, so around about this time. But that reminds me of something, because I never watched the original Battlestar Galactica. My mom did. I only watched the reboot series, and I only watched it like a few years ago, so long after it was shown on TV. And what I was told from my mom is that there was a lot of controversy around the gender swapping of Starbuck, which I found very funny. Because I would have thought that the one that should have stirred up controversy was the executive officer, because he was a black guy in the original, and then he's white in the reboot. I know if you did that today in 2025, there would be like riots in the streets. People would be very upset. But that's interesting. Alright, so let's talk to these other pilots here. Okay, so this is Spirit. She was our wingman for the mission that we just flew. Okay, happy with our performance. Okay, so that was the colonel that was doing the debrief from earlier. I'm not entirely sure how the ranking system works in the game. Seems to be like a mix between I don't know, is it? Yeah, it's a mix between like Army, Air Force, Navy kind of thing. Quite similar to how it is in Star Wars, where you've got like ranks that are what's in the real world, different branches all mixed up together. Okay, so they're happy. I want to know, if you do very poorly, do people just start talking bad about you? That would be cool. Okay, here's a guy we've never seen before. So I'm thinking Paladin is like Irish or Scottish or something, and this guy is Australian? Okay, talking about use of missiles there. I'm not sure if I should like read out the text. I'll think about it. Okay, hang on. Okay, I know what to do. We can save the game. Let's do that. Game name, save one. There we go. Okay. Alright, so I think take a break and then come back for the second round. But so far, everyone's quite happy with our performance. We didn't die. We almost did. Okay. So first thoughts so far regarding the. Okay, hang on. Let me just go to the train sim so that the music doesn't play in the background. Yeah. Okay. So far, I'm quite impressed with the fact that there's like a strategic tactical map that you fly around, and what you do in the game correlates to that. So you fly around all the nav points. You actually do that. I'm pretty sure that if you wanted to, you could fly manually from the carrier to all your patrol points without using the autopilot, and you'd like get there. And I assume you would encounter the enemy patrols whenever you get close to the nav point or whatever. So that's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. I can see why it's marketed as a simulator of some kind, because it's not a simple shooter kind of arcade style game. The gameplay itself, so far, I mean, it's okay. I can't quite tell who's shooting me most of the time. I know that sensor thing in the middle, it's explained and written, like it tells you like from which angle you're being shot at, and the outermost ring tells you if there's a bandit that's like directly behind you. So it's a little bit more rudimentary than how the sensor system is in X-Wing. I think X-Wing does that much better. The other thing that I have noticed is that graphically speaking, I think this game actually looks better than the DOS version of X-Wing. I think I've only played like 2 hours of the DOS version of X-Wing, and that was like years ago. And yeah, I'm pretty sure this one looks better. I'm too sure how they managed to do it considering it's 3 years older. The way it looks to me is that the ships on the screen are like 2D images, and depending on your orientation to them, it just changes to a different image depending on which way you're approaching it. And then yeah, then the distance wise, it just like goes off in the distance and whatnot. They just make it smaller. Um, yeah, but I could tell when I fired the second missile on the last bandit, you could see, even though it was only like 2 pixels on the screen, the missile was tracking it all the way right up until you hit the target. So yeah, I'm quite happy with how the game is actually. It's not bad. It's not bad. It's um, you couldn't make it today because, like I said, no option settings and no in-game tutorial. I don't think anybody would want to publish that. I think I will take some time to properly read through the manual with all the lore in it and try to see pick up anything on that. Almost crashed into the carrier because we didn't ask for landing permission. That's a neat little detail there. But all right, yeah, I'll see y'all for the next episode.